Fires rip roaring. Just want to show you something, guys. Since I've been here, the rain collector's probably doubled in catchment so far. If you can see that, it's pretty much doubled, and it's still raining out. And here's the interesting thing, guys, about my setup here, the rain off-grid tiny house rain catchment setup. The more water that's in these totes means this back end of the trailer is heavier, obviously, right? Which helps in the gravity feed going towards the back end, because when it's heavier, it's going to weigh down a little bit more, and thus bringing the angle of the water in a little bit better. So the more I capture, the faster I get it, and on and on and on and so forth. So no leaks, which is great. You guys can see I left the bowl there just in case as a precautionary thing, but the Teflon tape was much needed on the rain first flush rain catchment deal, which is okay. And this is sweet because, you know, if I get about a foot more water, I'm going to start pumping it, and then I'll be able to use it to mop up and clean these floors, because they're desperately in need of a good mopping with bleach and lemon. I got some Dollar Tree with lemon scent bleach, so that's going to be sweet. And my dad actually gave me a new, well, it's a used old mop thing in here, but it has its own little squeezy setup where it squeezes the mop out. But it looks pretty nasty in there, so obviously I'm gonna have to clean that up before using it. But other than that, it was free, so why not? Eventually I will buy a brand new setup. What if you guys can recommend something that, like a squeegee mop type thing that I can wash, like I can remove the mop section, like the fabric, wash it and put it back on, because I've seen those and I know they're out there. So other than that, tiny house is coming along pretty well. I'm looking for, I mounted, let me just shut off the radio for a second here. I mounted the cigarette plug here, and it's just got aluminum tape on there, and it's got enough give that I can open up the door fully if I need to. Not that I really ever do that, but unless I'm working in there. And that way I can just hook up, boom, right in there, and then I have power to this monitor, this TV. So I think that's going to be pretty sweet. We're up to about 70 Fahrenheit in here, just about, well, 69, 20 degrees Celsius. There's the date, the time again. Things are going pretty well. Give you an update back here at the lithium iron phosphate battery. See what we're at. 12.79, and at just about 3/4 of an amp, maybe a little bit more, charging up the battery, which is good. Like I said, I'm not going to mess with that till it hits 13, and then I'll turn all the loads on, because when I do turn the loads on, these lithium power packs, quick charges, will all kick in, and they're really going to hammer the battery because they're pushing 3 amps per socket, and because they're the quick charge models, so that really hammers the battery. But it's much needed, because I need my little lithium packs to power things like this fan to keep the tiny house from burning down. Sounds like a plan to me. So I have my little jump pack actually hooked up running this guy, because it's the only thing that was full, and it's doing a good job. And I got my oven mitt stuffed in behind the fan to stop the vibration noise, so it's a lot quieter now for sleeping and everything. I did that when I did my stay over, because that's all I had to get rid of the noise, and it worked. And I'm just burning all this junk up and all that. Other than that, guys, I'm gonna be searching in here because I think I've looked through all my other stuff, and I must have threw the cigarette plugs in here because I had checked out all the rest of my stuff other than going into the inverter tote, which I may have to do if that wiring tote doesn't come through for me. So that's what I'm up to. Anyways, I think that's it for now for the updates, and I'll get back to you in a bit. Alrighty guys, so what I did, I have the load center on. We're sitting at 1275 on the battery, 1274 it just dropped. I'm bringing in 2.11 amps. TV, Android box is in standby mode. Says we're reading at 12 volts over here, which is pretty accurate because everything's under load. Gonna open this. There's all the stuff charging. That whole mess of wires, those spaghetti, and those packs. And hopefully they will charge up, and then once they're charged, it will slowly drop the loads from the load center, and then I can try the TV, which I want to do, definitely try it today. But I'm kind of just watching, maintaining this guy, because I don't want it to fall too low. And it's, you know, like I said, rainy, stormy day, all day. It's not a lot of sun out there, but I'm bringing in about 2 amps. So hopefully that guy can hold its own. As each little lithium power pack battery hits the maximum charge in there, the loads will slowly drop off, and then the main battery can bounce right back up, and then I can start trying other stuff. So pretty annoyed at the overvolt disconnect. I know I love that battery, but I think the MPPT is a little bit of a uh-oh, what was that? Something happened. I'll have to take a look. Be back in a bit. Alright guys, a little update. Was working away, cleaning my cabinets, reorganizing. Listening to the radio. So Michael Flynn is going to be exonerated coming up here shortly, probably tomorrow. And I am recording. It is the April 30th, 2020. And they set him up. It goes, it's clear as day. They have all the evidence for it. So all these people, Comey, Schruck, Page, all these pricks, prison time. Hard prison, hard labor. And I hope that Mike Flynn gets all his money back with interest and with losses and everything, so him and his family are taken care of. Then this will lead to Roger Stone's case being thrown out, which it's already a circus anyway. And then from there, once these pigs start squealing, it'll go all the way up to Hillary, Obama, Comey, and all these other assholes that need a bullet. So I cannot wait. But the Dems, you know them, they always try to deflect everything. And the news media was so wrong for 4 years, I don't even know how they're going to react to this. But they're going to try to deflect it with more of this Charlie Victor shit, and it's going to be hilarious. So I cannot wait for this to come down. This is going to be classic. I got to listen to Alex today. It's going to be awesome. So he's going to be... and Caravan of Midnight was a huge supporter of General Flynn. That's the alternative... Another alternative media site you guys should be watching. They're up on YouTube. They have their own website. You guys got to get in there. John B. Wells and the crew and everybody. Awesome stuff. Awesome. So we're up to 72 Fahrenheit inside. It's 54.5 out. Still raining off and on. We're getting a little more sunlight. I'm up to 3 amps on the lithium iron phosphate battery. So I'm just letting it charge up all this stuff. And like I said, I'm just cleaning the cupboards out here, doing some piddly stuff, trying to reorganize, throwing a lot of stuff out because I don't have the room. I got to get rid of stuff. And going from there. And so as soon as a lot of these finish charging, guys, like I told you earlier, I will be testing out the TV. And that will be some cool stuff. And yeah, just want to give you that little update. I cannot wait for the Demorats to lose their minds. They have been caught. It was a complete coup scam from day one, as I already knew because I watch alternative media. If this is a surprise, if this news is a surprise to you guys, then you're watching the wrong media. Let's put it that way. You're not even in the same ballpark as me, and if you think you are, yeah. Pretty funny stuff. So anyways, pretty exciting. Can't wait to see these people fry and fry hard. And this is going to bring down quite a few of the scumbags in there. So cannot wait.